Hi there, so one of the questions I'm frequently asked is who's backing up your EC2 instances? So you fired up some instances, they're running in your region, and you're expecting them to be backed up in the event of failure. Well, the big surprise here is that nobody's backing them up. This is your problem. So how do you go about dealing with it? Well, the basics are to do with snapshots and using Lifecycle Managers, and I'm going to show you how to use those in this video. So the first thing we're going to do is fire up an instance. We'll just create a basic instance here that's nothing special. And we'll pick our AWS test key pair from another video. And in just a moment this will be ready. So our instance is ready and we're now SSH'd into that box. And what you can see is that it's a regular Linux system and we've got something around 8 gigs of space available. But if something happens to this instance, it's all gone. Nobody's backing this up. So what can we do? Well, the first thing to do is in your console to look at snapshots. And you just need to create a snapshot, select the volume of the instance, my EC2 instance, and take create snapshot. This takes a few minutes and can run while the instance is running without any problems. But the problem, of course, is that this snapshot is exactly that. It's a point in time, and it doesn't keep up to date with changes that happen to your instance. So how can you automate this process? So we can automate this using Lifecycle Manager, which is a fairly new feature in AWS. And from here, we can target large numbers of instances by using tags. Now first you have to create some tags to use, and really the naming schema is up to you so it makes sense to you. But in this case, we're going to create some tags and just separate production from development. So on that instances screen, we can see the volumes that are attached. This is our 8 GB volume. Here, if we click on the tags, we can add environment production, create tag, and save. This is now tagged that one volume, so that back in Lifecycle Manager, when we create the Lifecycle Policy, it will now see this tag that we can target. So this is very simple. If we wanted to automatically back up all of our instances or all of our volumes with the environment of production, we simply create a backup description, the tags we want to target, and then create a schedule. So here we'll just use the suggested every 12 hours. And we'll say that we want to remember the last 5. And hit create policy. This takes a few seconds to start up, and then you will see that your lifecycle policy is now in effect. Now if you want to see what this looks like after a while, in another region I had this running for a while, and you can see that I have a production backup schedule here and for one volume, and you'll see in this case 6 snapshots have been automatically created. This means that we can go back to any one of these at the 12-hour interval and restore them if we need to. Lifecycle Manager makes it extremely simple to automate your backups. All you have to remember is to tag your new instances using the correct naming strategy for your lifecycle policy, and that's it. So just a quick summary on this. Backups aren't automatic, which is a big surprise to some people who are new to AWS. You have to do this yourself. And backups are called snapshots in AWS land when it comes to volumes on EC2 instances. Lifecycle Policy Manager is free to use and is a great solution for automating this. And although it's free to use, you do pay for the space used by the snapshots themselves. The process itself is regional and not global. So if you have instances in multiple regions, you have to remember to set up Lifecycle Manager for each region that you're operating in. And finally, this can run while your instances are running. There is a slight performance hit, but in most cases, it's not really a problem. That's it, so go away and make some backups. See you next time.